It's that time of the year. Now, that cricket is not in the house. I actually bought pest control things because these things drive me nuts, but it's that time of the year. He's right outside this window.
It's right outside the window.
I'm ready to open that window and scream at him.
Because he's screaming at us, right? Alright guys, so obviously we are back with another Ship With Me chit chat video. And the last one, I asked you guys to, leave any kind of questions you have for us. So we'll be answering some of those questions while we, or Eric, ships out some stuff for us.
She'll be helping.
So before we start, did you want to kind of just
it was a pretty good weekend. 29 sales for Saturday and Sunday. No sales this morning. I thought I heard a cha-ching. It turned out it was a phantom cha-ching. I just hear it ringing in my ear. But 29 sales. I think it was 3 subscriber sales.
Yes, 3
and
subscribers.
Total was
I feel like I have something in my eyeball.
$2,112. So it was actually a really good weekend.
It was.
A little bit. Cricket. I get like obsessed with these things. I don't like them.
I don't either.
But yeah, so it was a pretty good weekend. It was actually a little bit better than last weekend. So once again, the Monday morning rush. She wants to record, and we got to get this stuff done.
Definitely. So what are you starting in on first?
Mary Hoyer again. One by one.
Yep.
We've been selling the Mary Hoyer dolls.
What, 3rd one that I've sold so far?
Yeah, and she sold, what, $125.99?
Yeah.
Which I was kind of surprised because she does have some little. See,
like, I don't have my.
She has a few little marks on her arms, but her dress is pretty spectacular.
It is. It's gorgeous.
And she's going in like a shoebox type box, but not a priority one, because those priority boxes are flimsy, so I don't really put anything in them that are delicate. In here, we'll make her a nice little bed. Somebody will be very happy with her.
Yes, so I do have another Mary Hoyer that I'm going to be listing here soon, since they seem to be popping off pretty well. So
we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more apps, so 7 altogether.
Crazy.
Aren't these pretty?
Alright, next item we are shipping is going to a subscriber named Karen. She purchased these gorgeous Chanel flats. So while Eric is packing those up, make sure her note gets in there.
Will do.
I'm going to...
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, we just sold something. I don't have my notification on. My sound notification. So, the first question that I see is from a subscriber named Allie. Her question is, how do you determine your shipping costs when you do your listing?
Oh, well...
That's a good question, and we can tell you the answer to that.
I'm better at this than she is.
He is, so why don't you explain?
For the most part, we only use a couple of size boxes. So, like, I have an idea in my head of what those boxes weigh. But yes, I do sit down when I'm taking pictures of stuff. I put it on the scale. I usually throw the box that I'm going to use on the scale, then add a couple ounces for packaging. So you can fill all that in and do calculated shipping, and it'll give them the calculated cost.
Yep, so basically before you even list something, you want to know what your item is, you want to know how much it weighs, and you want to know what package you're going to be putting it in.
Yeah.
So when you go to fill out all that information, eBay will ask you how much your item weighs and the dimensions, and then how you're going to ship it, whether that's priority, first class, medium mail, that kind of thing. So as long as you're doing calculated shipping and all of your information is correct, then you're good. You'll be good.
Yeah, and the shipping price doesn't change. Like if it's first class, I think 1 to 4 ounces is all the same. 5 to 8, 9 to 12 or 13, and then 14, 15, 16. And then once you go over a pound, it'll be like 1 pound, 1 ounce is priority. The whole way up to 2 pounds, it's all the same price. And then 2 pounds, 1 ounce, the whole way up to 3 pounds is all the same price. So you don't have to be like exact. If you're a couple ounces off, as long as you didn't like topple over that pound mark, you're probably all right. But yeah, I try and have the box. Try and know what you're gonna ship it in. I know that's harder when you first start out because you're probably like recycling a lot of boxes, which we recycle boxes too. But
yep.
maybe pre-pack it to be safe until you really know what you're doing.
And then, like, the more you do it, the more you'll have an item and you'll know automatically, like, oh, I know this is going in a 1086 box, so you already know what size box it's going into.
The 1086 box weighs 5.9 ounces.
Yeah, so all you'll need is the weight of your item, but you also have to calculate into as well any kind of weight that your packing paper might create, or bubble wrap, and that type of thing.
Packing paper is like maybe a half an ounce.
Sorry, Karen. Eric forgot to put your note back. Eric forgot
this
to put
is
your
a
note
common
in
issue. So like, make sure this note gets in here. I'll forget it, and then I'll have to open the box, and
then we have to accommodate the fact that Eric's putting more tape onto the box, which is creating more weight.
Oh no, that's not creating any weight. This is eBay tape. This is like the cheapest tape. Cheapest tape there is. That's why you got to go the whole way around this thing. Yeah, okay. I do that a lot.
So another part of her question, and we did kind of answer that, was do you weigh the item and then add a certain number that you know your packaging will likely come out to, or do you weigh the item with the box and packaging you'll likely use? So
I actually, like, when I sit down here, I think I said this kind of already, like, I'll have my couple boxes out, and I'll take my pictures over in the light box, which is just out of sight. I'll bring it over here and I'll actually set it in the box sitting on the scale, and then I'll just guesstimate how much bubble wrap or whatnot. Bubble wrap and packing paper really doesn't weigh much. But if you're going to use quite a few sheets, you might be adding a couple ounces. Okay, I gotta stare at my phone here. Tim asks, I don't currently ship outside of the US. How do I go about shipping GSP? Do you have to fill out custom forms as well? No custom form for GSP. I haven't shipped anything international that wasn't GSP in a long time. But I'm going to try to show you here. In the workflow on the app, I haven't used a desktop in forever. Under your delivery, that's probably not going to show up very well.
I'll get out of frame, maybe.
You might have
probably put product showcase on so you can see a little better.
That's probably backwards too, but who knows. Where you put in your shipping details, if you go, there's ship internationally. That was just out of sight. Turn that on. Global shipping program is what I have selected, but you can select any of these options. We just go with global. Global for us, we pack it, we send it to Kentucky.
Yep, goes to an eBay warehouse. Yep. So basically GSP is eBay being the third party within your sale. You ship it to an eBay warehouse and then they ship it to the buyer outside of the country. So they're the one filling out the customs forms and all of that stuff. So that's really nice. Back in the day when I was selling internationally before the GSP program became a thing, you did have to fill out customs forms and stuff like that, which wasn't a big deal. But it is nice now that eBay is kind of like, can be the third party within that situation, and you know, it makes it just a little bit easier to ship to them and then let them deal with it.
I'm pretty sure they unpack it.
Yep, they unpack it, check everything, and then repack it and ship it.
So like on the rare instance, and it does happen from time to time that somebody overseas says, hey, my item arrived broken, they want a refund. Usually just get a hold of eBay about that and then the problem disappears. I guess eBay refunds them.
Yep.
They take responsibility
eBay takes responsibility for
Did we show this? The Sonic?
Oh yeah, this is the next item that Eric is shipping. It is
Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Sonic the Hedgehog Sega Genesis game.
Not for resale.
We picked that up at a yard sale.
Yeah, you picked this up at a yard sale for like $2.
I picked that up at a yard sale.
It sold for $13. That's not bad. Don't take up much space. I ship my video games in a small box. You're probably fine in a bubble envelope if you add a little extra padding. I don't want cases to get there broke. I'm actually, like, I still play video games to this day. And I tend to like to receive things the way... I ship things the way I like to receive them.
Most video gamers, you know, are collectors as well. So, you know, they're gonna want their items to be in as good of condition as possible. I'm
not one that's gonna take the risk of like a $70 Zelda games case cracking and then wanting a refund.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying
that one wasn't a big sale, but even still.
It's a big hard plastic case. The wrong thing falls on that and crack.
Yep. The next item we're gonna be shipping out, this one was a weird one. I sold this fake chicken food.
Fake? It's not chicken food. It's KFC. Chicken food. That'd be like...
You know what I mean. It's fake chicken play food. There's even like a little biscuit. Eric won like a tray of this like play food at an auction. These are from the 80s. 1987, I believe it was. So yeah, this would have came in like a KFC play set. So we're gonna be shipping some fake plastic food.
It's squishy. Nothing to worry about
pretty
here.
Cool. It's realistic
throw it
looking.
in something and it's done.
All right. Next item is a deep sleep white noise machine. You got that at a yard sale, right?
Yeah, I think
You picked that up.
I feel like it cost me about $10.
What did it sell for?
What is it for?
No, I said what did it sell for?
Oh man, like $80 for that guy.
Crazy.
I don't get these. I don't like noise when I sleep. She does.
I do.
She's
It does
like,
help. It really does.
I'm not wild about it, but this here is like packed in its own block and everything, so not much to worry about there. Find an appropriate size box and you're good to go. Question? Something?
Okay, we got a question from Sandra that says, do you think your YouTube improves your eBay sales?
I mean, at least a little bit.
Yeah, it definitely a little bit, yes. It's
That's why
not...
I like to tell you guys, like, if you order something, let us know, because I do want to know, like, how many people order. Because I know some people probably think, like, all your sales come from YouTube. That's not true. I don't think it's true. There's, like, maybe, man, like 5%, I think, is a subscriber that might order.
Yeah.
And that's pretty good, if you ask me.
Not every week do we have sales that are from subscribers that we know of. But then there are some weeks that we might have one or we might have a couple. I think, too, depending on, you know, like when I do like my haul videos and I show you guys the things I purchased and what I got listed, there are viewers who see something and they're like, oh, like I would love to have that type of thing. So then I'll get, you know, a sale from them if, you know, they see something that they like. Yeah, so I started selling on eBay back in 2000 is when I started, and I don't think I started a YouTube channel until maybe 2012. And back then, that was on my other channel, which I don't even think I really shared my eBay store or anything like that. No. I would just go to yard sales and I would record my hauls and things like that.
I remember specifically you wouldn't share your eBay store. They had to find you.
Yeah. I was always concerned back then that, you know, I have some trouble with it as far as like, you know, people bidding and not paying and that type of thing.
That happens anyway.
You know,
so.
If they weren't like a, you know, liked me kind of thing. I didn't share it then, but obviously I share it now.
I mean, nowadays, when you do that, you'll just get kicked off eBay if you keep bidding and not paying.
Yeah. Next item we are shipping out is a Coca-Cola bottle opener. It's like a little metal bottle opener. I think we have two of these, right, Harry?
Yeah.
So one sold.
We had bid on a lot that had those Zodiac matches.
Yeah, they came on a
two
tray.
Two of those just came along with it, so it was pretty much like free money.
That's always nice. We did have a question from Kristen. Now, this was a question that had to do with our last video, where she was asking, is the $85,000 after eBay fees or before?
That was the 85 was after eBay fees, but it didn't have cost of goods. It had everything that I could easily just take off into eBay numbers. So the cost of goods still would have came out of there. So we didn't actually put like 85,000 in our pocket. Man, that would be pretty good.
Yeah.
For where we live, 85 is pretty good. Cost of living here isn't too bad compared to some places. You go to some places in New York, 85 is probably like very lower middle class, but anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna read this question as well. This was a question from Rosa. She asked, where do you get the eBay boxes?
I get them off eBay.
We get them off of eBay. Do you want to talk about how if you have an eBay store, you get a quarterly free $25 to use on eBay shipping supplies?
Sure, it's $25. It don't get you much of anywhere.
Yeah, so if you have an eBay store, quarterly, eBay will send you $25 to use within your eBay shipping store. Maybe we should try and find their Hold on one second. Let me tell you. I'll tell you the
eBay shipping
eBay
supplies.
shipping. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I'm pretty
eBay
sure that's what it
shipping
is.
supplies.
I'm sure you could find boxes out there cheaper. I never really have a problem with this place though. They're always heavy. I know we ordered for somewhere before and we got real flimsy boxes one time, and I don't want that.
So the screen name for the eBay shipping supplies is eBay shipping supplies. So you can get all, and you don't have to have a store to order from them, obviously. You can order them regardless, but they have all different size boxes and poly mailers, packaging tape with the eBay name on. So basically everything is labeled with the eBay
I heard
name.
somebody saying about like, don't like pack your stuff up with something that says eBay or. It's like I don't really get that. Like, porch pirates are like prevalent everywhere.
They'll take whatever they can get. It doesn't matter what it says on. If there's like, a package and they're gonna want to steal it,
I'm thinking for me, if I see an
matter.
eBay box laying somewhere, I'm thinking it's some kind of off the wall item I probably have no use for.
Right.
Like I view eBay as like flea market still. I think eBay hates that view, but it's like really that's what they're good at. They should stick to it. Like,
yeah,
you find your
finding
unique
that,
items
yeah,
on there
the
that
unique
are discontinued.
items.
Or I rarely go shopping on eBay for anything new.
Yeah. All right, so our next item is going to a subscriber named Gina. She purchased this really cute elephant. So Eric is packing that up with her little Halloween Freddy Krueger sticker.
Freddy Krueger sticker. Yeah, that kind of actually brings me to, we had a question about something like this. I think it's Tanya. I was thinking about adding Halloween cards to certain orders in Christmas starting in November. I get so many from clean outs and really cute ones I don't want to throw them away. This is a really long comment. She goes into like about would that offend people or whatnot, or she heard that can offend people. Honestly, usually I have Christmas and Halloween stickers and stuff like that just because we like to play with stickers. And I tend to just put them on like packages that are Halloween related or Christmas related. So
yeah.
If you're worried about offending somebody by throwing them in there, just stick to packages that you think like they actually kind of correspond with. If somebody's buying a Christmas item from you, throw a Christmas card in there.
All right, next item. Willie Ray.
Willie Ray. Willie Ray. I don't even know what to say about this guy. I remember these came up in an auction. I bought a whole bunch of them. I wasn't paying a lot, about 15 bucks. Willie Ray could be a tough sell, especially the Christmas. It's pretty flooded. But there was all these random ones, and we had gone to a preview and we checked them out, and we could not find any comps on like a lot of them. So they haven't been for sale for a long time. So we decided we take the risk and we buy them. This one here actually got a lot of 4. Usually the item would come up and you'd buy all 4 of them for one price if they were on one tray, but she was doing choice, kind of. How do I want to put that? She had 4 on the tray, and usually, like, if she's selling them individually, you'll pick the one you want at the high bid. But for some reason, this went up, and I had to take all 4 of them at the price I bid. I have no idea why that happened, and I wasn't happy about it because 2 of them were broke. I don't think I was even after this one, was I?
No.
I think it was a different one on that tray, but you know, I took all 4. I'm not going to argue with the auctioneer. That's not a good idea. For some reason, this sold. I think we started at $24.99 because there were none, no comps, no nothing. And it ended up selling for $159.50. So I gotta tell her, like, thanks for making me take them all.
Right?
That is so unusual, but I did notice that there are like overseas buyers that are chewing up the Willie Rays that are like in this kind of a style. They don't want your Christmas, they don't want your Thanksgiving, they don't want your Halloween, but they do really like this like kind of like farm folk style stuff.
Yep. Like
every that looks similar to this went
overseas. It's crazy. So our next question was also from Sandra. She says, does Eric still work a public job, or has he been able to leave his job also?
I go to public auctions. No, I quit. I was unhappy. Probably should have waited a little while longer, but we're doing okay. Not really saving a whole lot of money, but we're doing all right. If I gotta go back to work, I'll go back to work. But it's been a year, and we haven't really lost anything. We've been staying pretty even at where we were a year ago, so I'm happy with that.
Yep.
But yeah, I go to public auctions. That's a public job.
Right.
If you've ever been to a public auction, you probably understand. There's characters there.
Character.
Some of them, I love some of them. They're great people.
This item was a wooden rubber stamper. These stampers, the ones that have recipes on them, this is by a company called PSX. It's from 1999. Some of these can sell really well, and I'm thinking it's because people might use these to stamp inside, like maybe Christmas cards and stuff like that they send out, because it's a whole like recipe to make gingerbread cookies.
So if I'm out by myself, you're telling me if I see something with a recipe on it, at least pay attention.
Yeah, definitely.
Just take a look. Make sure it's not something really good.
Definitely take a look. I got a small box of...
Yeah, you bought the whole box of stamps for that.
Yeah, I bought a small box of stamps specifically for that one. I think maybe he charged me...
10. I think it was 10.
Did he charge me 10? I can't
10?
remember. I feel like it was less than that.
It might have been.
But anyway, that stamper sold for $59.99. So
crazy.
That's crazy for a...
Probably should have wrote that recipe down. I wonder if they're good.
Right?
Stamp it somewhere. No, I can't use it. It didn't look like... Was it used? Not very much if it was.
Yeah, I don't... It was pretty clean.
Hey, next item.
Next item was a grocery gang toy. This is kind of like a blind box type of mystery item.
You can see two of them.
You can see two of them, but you don't know what else is in there.
16 groceries inside. Ooh. The grocery gang versus the clean team. Putrid power. This is pretty awesome. This was at a yard sale. There was a whole stack of these things. I think 5 or 6. I can't remember. I think 5. $2 a piece. We actually stood there and debated whether to buy them or not for a little while. And then it's like, because we saw high comps, but we weren't really seeing solds. And then we weren't seeing this particular one. But I'm going to say this is the second one I sold. $69.99 for $2. Can't beat that.
Pretty good.
And it's unsuspecting if you ask me. Really cool. That's just going to slide right in that box. And I'll do a little void fill on it.
And then I will read a question. This was from Joy. She says... she says, none of my business, but you said your business is growing, and do you want to get a bigger home that has a large garage or build a large building at your current location? I noticed a lot of resellers have expanded their place to be able to sell more. Unfortunately, we cannot build anything
at
our current location.
Yeah, we use the basement. It's like a little warehouse. It's just shelves. Product sits on them. It's not pre-packed. We don't pre-pack stuff. That would take a massive amount of space to pre-pack everything. But yes, we want to move, and that's pretty much what we save our money for. I mean, we spend money here and there, but most of it goes to moving. I'll probably have to get like a storage unit up the street here when they build them, but that would be the #1 headache in all of this is space.
Yeah.
We don't have a lot of space. We have a lot of items. Like, sometimes I go to the auction, I bring home a bunch of stuff, and I'm like, where am I putting it? Because right now my garage is holding everything we haven't gotten to yet from yard sale season. We will probably get that a little under control over the winter, but right now there is a small, maybe like 6 foot by 3 foot spot that I can pull a motorcycle in and out of, and that's all the garage that I have anymore.
Yeah. So our next house, one thing we're definitely going to be looking for, well, we live in a townhouse right now, so we're obviously already limited on space in a basement because it's only the size of a townhouse, not the size of, like, you know, a single family type of home. So one thing we'll definitely be looking for is a usable basement, as well as...
Yeah, I don't mind having, like, the basement thing. Like, I actually kind of like that because this is half finished. It's not completely drywalled and everything up like that, but it is... we have heating ducts, we have air conditioning ducts, and we have electricity, so things stays in like a climate controlled area. But it is a basement.
Yeah.
And you heard the cricket.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to fight those crickets.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's a sonic pest control thing back there. And so far this year, they have not actually come into the basement.
So, but yeah.
So yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
And yes, and
Space.
yes. God will emphasize yes.
Space. Need space. Definitely more space.
That's if you really get into eBay, you at some point are probably going to be frustrated with the amount of stuff you have.
Yep.
I do a little bit. Sometimes we
I
bicker
do.
a little bit about it,
Yeah.
but it's not.
We were just bickering a little bit before we started this
it's just
video.
Stuff.
Just because, yeah, it feels a little overwhelming sometimes when you don't have the space to store all of it.
Now, so one thing that's going to fix is we are going to take a lot of stuff to the flea market. We've been saying that for a little while. We just haven't gotten up there yet. But I think probably in the next 2 weeks we'll probably make time, weather allowing. It seems like every time I want to go up there, it's like, well, the auction on Saturday is pretty amazing. We should go there. And it's like, we can't really split up either because auctions tend to have 2 auctioneers around here, one for the back, one for the front. You cannot run both at the same time. However, we make it up to this flea market, we will make a post. It'll probably just be like the day before when we actually know for certain we're going. And you're more than welcome to come up and rummage through our extras that we got from auctions.
Yeah.
Just say hi. That would work. We're likable. I only say that because every once in a while somebody just comes up from behind you and is like, "Is your name Eric?" And it's like, "What? What?" And it probably seems weird. It's like because you know us more than what we would know you. Do you know what I mean? Like, but as soon as somebody says, "Oh, I see you with Michelle," it's like, "Oh, okay." It's cool. I think actually like Lavender Clothesline did that to me at an auction. And I stood there probably like a deer in headlights, like.
I was
think I know
so
this
upset.
woman.
I wasn't at the auction that day. I had,
We had just
such
gotten
a
a puppy.
migraine. Yeah, well, I had a migraine
just
too. I didn't
up
feel good. Yeah, we're gonna bring her down before the video ends, so you guys can see her. It's been a while.
The whole time too.
That's my turkey.
Your turkey's not gonna look at the camera.
So shy. Yeah, look at the camera. Everybody wants to see her pretty little stinky face.
Mealies, look at the fishy. The fishy's what we sold. Yeah, you want to see? You got a hair hanging from you too.
No.
So I guess this will be the last item we'll probably do on camera. I feel like you had this thing for 2 years.
It's been a while.
This is like a little articulated fish pillbox. Is it something like
I think
that?
it was
Its
for
head
spices, maybe like
its head comes open.
Something. Spice bar.
Well, it's been here for like 2 years.
Got it at a yard
I
sale.
feel like she paid $1 or less for this. It's been listed for a long time. Somebody messaged us asking if like the eyes were painted or if they were actually stones. I told them it just looks like somebody just dabbed kind of a hot pink nail polish on them. And they were like, I guess they have some of these, and they offered $125. I think we had it up for like $180 or something like that. Sitting for a long time, I was like, you know what?
Yeah, I probably paid 50 cents or $1 for it.
I was like, I'll do that. So they're happy, we're happy, it's out of here. That's, I mean, $125 is not a struggle for a 58-cent to $1 item.
Heck no.
This would be one of those space times because we couldn't find this thing.
I do.
It had gotten moved from where it would typically sit, and
I do have a question that kind of pertains to Amelia while we're at it here. This is from Kathleen. She actually had 2 questions. One, does your fur baby sleep in your bed at night?
let me see this
She sure does.
one. Yeah, this one.
She sure
We'll get her
does.
to turn around here.
She sleeps in our bed at night. We started having her sleep with us when she was, do you remember?
Oh, she was
Like just a baby.
We got her at 9 or 10 weeks, and she was probably only here for 2 weeks after that before I gave up sleeping down on the couch where we had like her cage and stuff because her bed's pretty high. I was like, you know what? I bought one of those like kind of pee-proof sheets for our bed in case there was an accident, and she has never had an accident.
Yep. She took to the bed like pretty well right away.
I don't mind my dog sleeping with me. I kind of like it, especially in the winter. They're warm.
So yeah, she's been sleeping with us ever since.
Well, you don't want to look at the camera. It's because that ring light's back there. You don't like it.
And then her other question was, do you have your house decorated for Halloween? Not yet.
We don't do full-on blown decorations, though. We really don't.
We just got a curio cabinet this past year, so we haven't had it yet for the holidays. So we're
Just a
gonna,
small one.
yeah, we're gonna use that to display a lot of our Halloween and Christmas items.
And then a lot of stuff
this
goes
year,
on, like
which I'll do a video.
the
I'm
TV
sure.
console table. A lot of it sits there too.
Yeah.
But for Halloween, yeah, it's mostly figures and stuff like that. We don't do anything outside. And
So we'll probably start decorating soon, maybe towards the end of the month, maybe. Just because I feel like if you wait too long, then you just don't get enough time to really enjoy all of your decorations. Because it takes time. It takes a lot of time to dig out all of your stuff and get it all set up how you want it to. And then, you know, you don't get a whole lot of time to admire it, and then it all has to be packed back up. So we'll probably get on that soon, and I'm sure I'll post pictures or maybe do like a little video clips of some of our decorations for Halloween and Christmas.
yeah, I'm still hunting some. Always hunting Halloween, but it's hard to find.
So that's probably gonna be it for the video. We don't want it to
Smells
be, we don't want to be too
Smells like
long. But obviously we do still have a couple more packages that need
Quite
to
a
be
few.
need to be packed up. So I'm gonna take the dog back upstairs and
Dance around. Dance around.
dance
I don't think she cares for the ring light. There's like a light that
it's very
shines
bright,
on us that
and
way.
it's warm. So, but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we will see you next time. So bye bye.
Here, you want to see dog beans? Show them feet. Show the feet.
Show the feet.
Show the feet.
Did I know? It's shy.
We'll keep trying to do these videos. So there was a lot of questions down there.
Yeah, I don't think we got to all of them.
Probably never ever be able to get to all of them. So if you did get missed or something like that, you can just drop it on this one too, and we'll keep picking them out. So don't get upset. We'll just pick a few each time. I think most Mondays we'll try and do this.
Okay. All right. Well, we will see you guys next time. Bye.